What's up, YouTube? I'm Brett from Rants. As always, guys, if y'all enjoy our content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave that comment down below. We're on the road to 1,000. We hope you guys can help us get there. Alright, so we all knew that there was going to be some big changes when it comes to Season 4 of Cobra Kai. Of course, you know, you're going to have the addition of Terry Silver coming into the mix. Add that with Kreese, and you're probably going to go to a next level version of adult themes that are coming into this show. It's no longer the kid-friendly kind of show, or I won't ever say kid-friendly because they've always kind of had like some adult themes in it, but Season 1 was really mixed with comedy along with, you know, kind of nostalgia in a lot of ways. It seems like every season, though, since then, we've just progressed into more adult themes. Of course, you know, you have Miguel being paralyzed. You have the Larusso's marriage kind of being a little bit on the rocks because of Daniel's, you know, just completely and totally forgetting about his car dealership and instead focusing on dojos and little childish things along those lines, you know, to take on a childhood rival. And then, of course, you know, bringing Kreese into their lives, which is always, you know, just been a huge problem for the Larusso family, especially Sam. And so this season is going to be epic in a lot of ways. I feel like it's only going to progress. It's only going to get worse before it gets better. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really a huge fan of them adding Kreese to this series. I kind of felt like he took away from the rivalry between, you know, our two main characters. I just felt like they could have done without that. I felt like they were just going for the whole nostalgia vibe when it come to Kreese, and then, of course, you know, with Terry Silver. And I feel like, you know, Johnny and Daniel's you know, rivalry just kind of got put in the back burner so that they could take on, you know, bigger and better rivals. And I just felt like that was kind of sad to me. I didn't really enjoy that. I don't really enjoy the Samantha love triangle that they had going on in Season 3. I hope that ends. But we'll just have to see. But this is the reason why this one article on Screen Rant gives for maybe the upheaval that's going to take place, and it has to do with the house that the Larussos live in. It goes on to state, it says, hold on one second. It says, issues at home could provide a big distraction for Daniel in Season 4. It's been reported that the house that serves as the Larussos' home was being sold by its owners at the time that production wrapped. Plus, there have been rumors that the Larussos may be relocating to a new home. While it could be that they'll keep the house until the end of the season, a move does feel like a real possibility based on recent events that have occurred in the characters' lives. It's important to note that the beautiful Larusso home was wrecked by a big fight between the Cobra Kai and miyagi-do students. The damage could cause Daniel and Amanda to consider selling the place. Of course, simply having it repaired is certainly an option, but they could decide to cut their losses and buy a new home instead. The destructive tendencies of Kreese's teenage minions could be a big motivating factor in making that decision. Neither Daniel nor Amanda can be comfortable with Kreese or any of his students, for that matter, knowing where they live. It says right here, a move for the Larussos could also be related to Teddy Silver's, I don't know why they said Teddy Silver's, highly anticipated return to the Karate Kid franchise. It's been confirmed that the villain who was teased in the Season 3 finale is coming back. That could be bad news for the Larussos, especially when looking at the tactics he used to hurt Daniel in the Karate Kid Part 3. In the movie, Silver used his vast financial resources as a weapon against him and could easily do the same thing in Cobra Kai. It's possible that he'll use his wealth and connections to make Daniel's business go under. If that happens, Daniel could lose his job and have no choice but to sell his home. It remains to be seen if this is what the show is planned for the characters, but forcing Larussos onto hard times certainly sounds like something that the conniving Terry Silver would do. I think there could be another possibility. Think about it in this way. If you're Amanda and your husband has basically brought all this onto your family, you went from being the most successful car dealership in the whole region to basically going under, and then all of this extra stuff, the things with Samantha, getting hurt, living with basically this PTSD about what happened to Miguel. And then you add like this destruction where these kids just come in there and just wreck your home. You have to wonder how much longer Amanda's going to stand that, or stand for that. I mean, it's like a wound that Daniel has created that I feel like hasn't been explored enough with them. I feel like Amanda has been like, oh, I don't really want you to get involved in this, but she's allowed it to take place to this point. I don't know, after the destruction of their home and the attack of her family, in the other friends of her child, I don't know how much longer Amanda's going to put up with this anymore. If there's nothing that cops can do, she can at least do something within her own household. And it might be just kind of kicking Daniel out for a time being. That could be where some of the change of scenery takes place. Do I believe that they'll get a divorce? No. I think maybe there'll be some like temporary problems for Daniel when it comes to his marriage come season 4, to add to the whole Kreese, Terry Silver, antagonist during that season. I hope it's that way to a certain extent, because I'll admit, after I was watching season 3, I was thinking about Amanda, and I was like, why are you putting up with this? Like, I mean, look, I have children. I love my wife to death, but if I felt like she was just like bringing all these like crazy people around my house, I mean, there would be parts of me that'd be like, hey, you're either going to stop this completely, or either, hey, we're going to have a different arrangement here, because this isn't working. Like, our children are in danger. They're coming to our house and breaking into our house, attacking our children at this point. Like, I feel like there's so many things that Amanda has the right to do, and so far they've allowed, because of story, for her to kind of back off a little bit. I hope that's not the case. Now, I'll admit, there was some kind of sleazy things that Daniel was doing in season 3 that kind of made me think, okay, is he really in this marriage as much as what Amanda actually is? Because there's some times where I'm just like, with some of these other female characters that were from his past, he was really kind of shady in a lot of ways. So, I mean, I could see something like that, and maybe that's how they could add, maybe some storyline along those lines. Do I believe Daniel will cheat on his wife? No, I do not. But do I believe he'll be tempted? Yes, I do. I think that could happen a lot in season 4, but we'll just have to see. I don't necessarily know if I am on board with everything that's going to go on in season 4. I really hope that it's more of just a change of scenery that we see. I do hope that Terry Silver uses his vast wealth to make it hard for the Larussos. But at the same time, I'm just like, this is getting really crazy for karate. Like, I mean, it worked when he was in an 80s movie, or 80s movies, that were already cheesy, and they were teenagers, but now we're talking about adults, and I'm like, man, maybe they need to like pull this back a little bit and, start kind of thinking, okay, wait a second, this is about rival dojos, let's keep it at that. But this whole thing of basically where his dealership is going under, they're their situation when it comes to their daughter, when it comes to their relationship, when it comes to how people in their neighborhood and in their city perceive them. I feel like it's got a bit much for a show about karate. But hey, that's just me on that one. That's my take on season 3. I do hope that there is something that is game changing in season 4, and I hope it's just not Terry Silver coming in. I hope that there's more to it. I wish that they would get back to more of the the main antagonists with Johnny and Daniel, kind of butting heads a little bit. I feel like they've got away with that. I don't necessarily know if I like the team up thing that's happening so far, but hey, we'll just have to see if that continues. Let's see if Miguel finally starts acting like Miguel again, and whether Amanda actually puts her foot down and is like, okay, this has gone too far. I hope that happens, but we'll just have to see. As always, guys, let me know what y'all think down below. What do y'all want for season 4? Are y'all excited about Terry Silver joining the show, or would you rather them kind of keep nostalgia to a minimum? Maybe make this a little bit more realistic. Maybe make it more of a Johnny Daniel kind of butting heads more, and less about them having to team up. Which would y'all rather? I know me, that's my take on it personally. What I would like, what I enjoyed. I felt like it got way too dark in season 3, in really season 2 and season 3. I feel like they need to go back to the core of it in season 1 and get back to a little bit more comedy, get back to a little less crazy world building that they're doing, or nostalgia building that they're doing here. But as always, guys, let me know what y'all think. And as always, y'all take care.